Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Pastor Garner here. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 1. Let us fear if, while the promise remains of entering his rest, any one of you may seem to have come short of it. Do you remember Jed Clampett and the Beverly Hillbillies? What made that show so funny was that Jed and his crew had been delivered from their old life in the middle of nowhere, but they were still living as hillbillies in their new life in Beverly Hills. Their location had changed, but their mindset had not. The same was true of the Israelite who escaped Egypt after 430 years of oppression. The Israelite had left Egypt, but Egypt had not left them. And having traveled to the promised land and sent spies to examine it, they stood on the cliff of a glorious tomorrow. But instead of trusting God to give them their inheritance, they chose to focus on the challenges they would face. Rather than celebrating, they grumbled and complained. When God delivered the Israelites from Egypt, he did not only deliver them from their past, he also delivered them to their future, Canaan. And yet because they chose to be so focused on yesterday, they missed their tomorrow. And as a result, they were forced to wander in the wilderness for 40 years so God could disconnect them from their path. And many of us cannot get excited about tomorrow because we are still clinging to our past. We cannot step into our future because we cannot even get through today. The Israelites were clinging to their past because they failed to combine God's word with faith. For indeed we have had good news preached to us, just as they also. But the word they heard did not profit them, because it was not united by faith in those who heard. To have faith is to act on God's word. And having faith is acting like something is so, even when it is not so, in order for it to be so, simply because God said so. Dr. Tony Evans. Faith is also an action. That is why we are told to walk by faith, rather than being told to talk by faith. May God bless you today.